if you've been in pain. So here's a couple rules that I have learned to practice by, me personally. One, you never correct the same thing twice. Okay? So if I treat something, like Aisha was telling you, he said he did a vein in my pelvis and then all of a sudden I got all these miracles. If that lasted 2 days and she came back, I would not treat that same vein again because it should not happen. Does that make sense? So if I'm not following the rules of the body, then I will have to keep telling it I'm smarter. If I follow the rules of the body, I do not need to recorrect something twice. That's very important, okay? That's one of the things when a lot of clients tell me, I've seen someone, if you come to me every week, I'm gonna do something different on you every week. One week it's like, okay, cool, I had this happen the other day, treated somebody's back, all right. That's the deep blood supply to the actual bones of your back. Then they felt something weird the next week, okay, well, let's see. We treated the bones. Did we treat your discs? We did not, so I treated the discs. Now they're fine. Does that make sense? But I don't want to treat the bone over and over again. It's not a bone issue. It's like, oh, people with foot pain. I had a gentleman, works night shift, many, many years, very bad foot pain, limping at work, unfortunately. So he's like, hey, I need your help. I'm in. It's like, okay, great. We look at the foot that time. Great, the foot's clear. Shouldn't see that reoccur. How about the nerve that comes into the calf? Did we check that? How about all the other tissues? Okay, great. Now it feels really good except just a little bit. Okay, great. Let's fix how you walk. Okay, because if you don't have motion, you can't generate motion. How did you get this stiff in the first place? You know what's really interesting about this guy is he had a giant callus on the inside of his foot where he said it hurt. So he had been putting weight inappropriately through his foot for years and years until he actually calcified the nerve. Okay, and it took a lot of people to look at him and no one could figure that out. Then I said, one, you got to change how you stand because you shouldn't have a callus that's 3 inches thick around a nerve, okay? Second, I was like, you probably want to try sawing that down, and you probably need to change your shoes, and you learn how to rotate your shins appropriately so that you are transferring weight evenly. Because if we don't do all that, you can come here for a very long time. I'm happy to treat you, but you're probably going to always have foot pain. Does that make sense?